my lap, I rip apart the instruments of my imprisonment, the stool, the table, the bed. I destroy the battlefield that was my home. I tear the doors off the hinges to let the wind and the cry of the world inside. I smash the window with my bleeding hands. I tear the photographs of the man whom I love and who used me on the bed, on the table, on the chair, on the floor. I set fire to my prison. I throw my clothes into the fire. I dig the cloth which is my heart out of my breast. I go onto the streets, clothed in my blood.
During the days of Achashverosh, the king who ruled from India to Ethiopia over 127 The king threw a feast that lasted 7 days and 7 nights, and then it lasted another 7 days and 7 nights, and longer until, and in this feast, the entire city of Shushan, the capital of Persia, everyone was invited. And the king told the waiters to offer as much wine to anyone who wanted. There's wine in the back if you're convenient. But then he wanted to show off his beautiful Queen Vashti. And he sent a messenger to Vashti to say, come over to the men's party so that I can show you off and wear only the crown on your head. But Vashti refused. And so the king's advisors suggested a new law in the kingdom that women no longer have any control over anything that happens in their household, but that the men control all decisions. Yes. You guys have groggers. You don't have to keep them only for Haman. What a great idea. And so a law was written that all the husbands in the kingdom and in all of these 127 kingdoms control their household. זכר את ושתי ואת אשר עשת ואת אשר נגזר עליה. After the king kicked out the queen for disobeying, he suddenly found himself very, very lonely. for that. I like that. And so his advisors stepped up again with another brilliant idea. I'll tell you what women are good for, they said. Women are good for parading around and looking at. So, there's a lot of women in your kingdom. Why don't you prepare them? And then they can march before you. And you can look, maybe this one should be queen, or maybe this one should be queen. No, this one should be, no, this one should be queen. No, oh, there's so many wonderful options. And so, for 12 months, the women, the most beautiful women in all these kingdoms, came to go through beauty treatments for 6 months. They were 6 months. For 6 months they were rubbed with oils. And for the next 6 months they were rubbed with perfumes. Until they're lucky they came, and they got to come for one night to spend the night with King Ahasuerus. Here he is right here. Now, there was a family in the town of Shushan of refugees. They had been kicked out of their ancestral homeland of Israel by the Babylonian Empire. And they were wandering, they were enslaved for a certain period in certain ways. And now, a couple generations later, they carried the story of their refugee story as a very important piece of who they were in the world. They understood themselves to be these people who were kicked out of their home. And one of these people, his name was Mordechai. Where did I see? There was somebody who was a perfect Mordechai here. No, you're the king. Well, somebody, maybe Harry Potter is the Mordechai. And Mordecai was taking care of his cousin Esther. And Esther was beautiful beyond any description. And Mordecai said to Esther, you should go try out to be queen. But he said to her something very, very important. You know what he said to her? He said, you guys can repeat after me. Protect. Yo. Hunt. And Esther looked at him and she wasn't sure what he meant exactly by protect your life. But looking into his eyes, she understood that protect your heart means to hide. Hide who you are, because these people, these Jews, they were not safe if people knew who they were. And so she understood. She understood that she must hide who she is. And even as she was rubbed with oils and perfumes, nobody knew where she had come from. And when she came in front of the king spent one night with her, and already at the beginning of the night it was very clear to him that this is the woman of his dreams. And Esther became queen. The king then chose one person who he's going to raise above all the other advisors. And that person, his name was Haman. And Haman's favorite activity was to walk around the kingdom and have people bow down in front of him. One person that was Mordecai, and Mordecai refused to bow down in front of him because there are things that are greater than nationalism, and there are things that are greater than the law of the land. There are certain laws, the laws of God, which prevent one from bowing down in front of power. And so, when Haman passed in front of Mordecai, Mordecai stood up and would not bow down. And Haman wasn't all that happy about this. No, it's not happy at all. And so he went to the king. King, check it out. Listen. There's this nation that they don't believe in laws of the land. They don't believe that there are, in our country, they don't believe that they have to follow these laws that say that people have to bow down in front of you. Me. Yes, right. And so the king was a little bit less smart than this king here. He needed some advice, and Haman suggested that we dispense of these people. Let's just dispense of it. It's time. It's time. And they set a date for this time. They did a little lottery to determine the precise time in which this slaughter should take place of the people who don't believe in the laws. And they went about preparing. מי שנכנס אדר, מי שנכנס אדר מרבים בשמחה, מי שנכנס אדר מרבים בשמחה.
Now there was one person who heard about this plan and knew about it, and that person was of course Mordecai. Where's Mordecai? Our Harry Potter Mordecai. Mordecai heard about the plan, and he immediately. You're good. And Mordecai immediately zoomed over to the palace gates and called out to Esther. Everybody's got to help Harry Potter. You gotta call out Esther. And Esther heard when Mordecai said, "Protect your heart, protect your heart." Let's hear it. Protect your heart, protect your heart, protect your heart, protect your heart, protect your heart. And as Esther was taking in this information, she wondered, what do these words mean? What does it mean in this situation to protect your heart? And she, as she was standing, preparing, she understood that in certain situations, protect your heart does not mean to hide. Protect your heart means to reveal. It means to take off the mask and to show who you are. And as she was doing that, she had to prepare. And all of the supporters around her, that's all of us here, everybody prepared with her by fasting for 3 days and 3 nights before she goes in to speak to the king about this issue. And everybody took some deep breaths in order to prepare. And everybody felt their hearts beating on their chest. And then she went into the king's chambers. And she said, "King, come to my party tonight. There will be lots and lots and lots and lots of wine, just like you like. And there will be food. I'll make you your favorite matzo ball soup. And also, bring your friend Mama." And as they were sitting there, in that feast, eating and drinking, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, Esther stood up and she said, "Oh, my king, this person, Haman, he's trying to kill me. He's trying to kill my family. He's trying to kill all the people. Wasn't he also the one who gave you that advice about women? By the way, this guy is trying to kill me." And he said, "What do you mean?" And Esther said, "Well, I'm Jewish." remember, dear king, you signed an order that all of the Jews should be killed on the 15th day of Adar. And therefore, I should be killed too. And the king was very, very, very upset. So upset that what did he do? Killed Haman. I heard killed Haman twice. What was the king doing in this moment? Change the rules. Huh? Okay, he did, but that's later. I'll tell you what he did. He stood up and was so upset that he went for a walk. And then Haman approached Queen Esther and said to her, "You gotta help me out here. Please, do something. I'm gonna die. He's gonna hang me." And he bowed down in front of her as she was lying on the couch. And just then, at this inopportune moment, when Haman's head was a little bit too close to the wrong part of Esther, in walks the king. King, where are you? Walk in, there we go. There we go. And then the king said, "Hey, hang on." And Haman was hung on the tree that was supposed to have no God. Now, one interesting point about this story that I'll share with you, and I think we should change, okay? In the story, it tells us that the king was not allowed to reverse laws. There were certain types of laws that are irreversible, not reversible. We have, I think, there are certain laws that are irreversible. And therefore he said, I want to help you out, but there's already a law written that all the Jews should be killed, so I can't help you. And so he made a new law. This is what happens in the real story. He made a new law that the Jews are allowed to protect themselves on that day. And on that day, in which the Jews were allowed to protect themselves, they went out and killed lots and lots and lots of people as revenge. And this is the most troubling part of our holiday, this part of the story. And I suggest that this year we change the story. And that this year we pray for laws made by human beings that can always be reversed. And so the king waved his something. His phone, and the laws were reversed, and it all went back to how it was. And that, my friends, is the story of maybe not the still, the story. Uncut, can I pause your beautiful creation here for a moment? Yeah. So as Uncut is folding up shop here, I want to say a few thank yous. First of all, to all of you, this is so fabulous having all of us here in this wonderful, wonderful space together. I want to thank the New Shul Holiday Task Force folks who helped put this up. That's Barry Adler, Rebecca Perry, Saskia Rifkin, Jessica Throat, and Rob Myers. We're going to get dinner provided by the Hatch. And we're going to get chocolates and Hamantasha, but the chocolates are provided by Crane's Chocolates, both here in the building. I want to thank Zaire Baptiste. After DJ, I want to thank Sarah Donnelly, who helped coordinate and work with all of the separate dancers. I want to thank Esther, also known as Dorian Sarah. And I want to thank Cope NYC, who runs this building, and Tina Olivia. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Cope NYC. They're an amazing organization that does these incredible art pieces like that over there, and this, and those amazing things. And over there, there's a whole other thing that Vita showed us the other day, the blue room, and over there, the gallery that we're going to go see shortly, Uncut's art. And then finally, and finally, I want to thank Uncut. But I'm gonna pass the mic to Uncut for a minute to tell us about, I don't know, whatever you want to say right now, but also maybe to tell us about one of the pieces in that room over there that you think would be important for all of us to see in this moment. If that's it. Yeah?
Thank you very much for coming out. And thank the dancers and performers for putting on a great show. I'm definitely honored to be part of your performance, and I'm the piece that related to what you guys are talking about, her reading and her protecting the heart to those two human beings that protect the heart together. When we come together, we protect the heart. Also, on April 23rd, what I like to talk about is April 23rd, is actually National Protect Your Heart Day. And the goal is to get that in the calendar because I feel like the heart deserves a day. You know, the breath deserves a day, and the inside of you, your body, your inner being deserves a day. So that's what allows us to actually be here together. So if you guys can join us on April 23rd, we will have a beautiful activation, art, music, good food and good people, and that's our 9th year as well. So this is our 9th annual Protect Your Heart Day, the Wellness Day. So that's one thing that we got coming out now. I want to see everybody in there. I did participate as well, so please reach out to Zaire. You guys would like to be part of this vision expo that we're putting together with you and your music. The artwork inside, all of them have different meanings. I would say the easiest one I would say would be Love with Exposure. And now the other pieces, I really have to point out certain things because pictures are hard to say down and you go find them. But the love explosive piece is a thing to me because we all have different reasons or different versions of what love is to us. And when I think about love being something that is soul, is an aspect of love is in a room right now. That's how explosive is. It's so explosive that it touches everybody no matter where you are. But that's what that piece is. So when you carry love in your heart, it seeps out your heart and leaks out into the space, it really, really makes a difference. So when you do that, you come into a space of love in your heart, you leave right there. So always carry that heart with you. Even if the space is not as lovable as you may think it is, because the love in your heart is so powerful and sway and change the entire space. So find that heart, be that person who protect your heart and be that. Thank you guys.
Before I invite those of you who haven't checked out the gallery in the back with perpetual art and the virtual reality goggles and lots more wine and other drinks, I just want to say one thing about the story that we just went through. It's a kind of intense story, and it's in a way a lot to take in. And part of the reason that it's a lot to take in is because it echoes things that are happening in the world right now. And one of those places where these kinds of things are happening is Israel and Palestine, where there's really difficult things going on, right? And I think most of the people in this room are aware about and think about it. And I want to invite you on Tuesday evening to a Zoom conversation in which I grew up in Jerusalem. I carry this stuff deeply. My family's out there protesting all the time. My dad just yesterday went to this Palestinian village that was attacked last week to show solidarity. So I feel the need to kind of share with folks what's going on in my heart and mind in this time. And I invited another friend of mine who's another Israeli-born Rabbi Amichai Levi, to join me in this conversation. So that will be Tuesday night on the Zoom, and everyone is welcome, and it'll be an opportunity not only for us to kind of share what we got going on, but also to invite people to share what they got going on, ask questions, and think together on how to rise above all this stuff, right? The point of going into the story is so that you kind of shake up your demons inside and throw them away. And so part of that work is to go into what's happening right now and really be with it and try and figure it out so that you can know what the right thing to do is. So I invite you on Tuesday, and I'll invite you to yell out Chag Sameach. Chag Sameach means happy holiday. Chag Sameach.
שושנת יעקב צרה שמחה לראות יחד את מרדכי תשועתה הייתה בתקוותה לכל דור ודור ברוך מרדכי היהודי ברוך מרדכי היהודי שושנת יעקב.
There's food up there. Food up there. Eat it. And over there.
חלק מרדכי תשועתה הייתה לנצח בתקוותה לכל דור ודור ברוך מרדכי היהודי ברוך מרדכי היהודי ומרדכי יצא מלפני המלך ונשמחו בעקרת זהב מרדכי יצא מלפני המלך והתשושה צהלה ושמחה ליהודים
going into the gallery, and there's fabulous desserts on this table. By the half Stern Bakery, Kumatashin, and famous chocolate for the event. Okay, so enjoy dinner. Don't forget the drinks are in the gallery. Dessert is down here. Please don't forget to take them with you. There's lots and lots to promote your love. Thank you.
חפורים, חפורים, חפר לילדים, מסכות רעשנים, שירים וסיפורים. אבל אישה ששה, אבל אישה ששה, אבל אישה ששה, ברעשנים. אבל אישה ששה, אבל אישה ששה, אבל אישה ששה, ברעשנים. חפורים, חפורים, זרע ושולחים עליו, מטעמים, מטעמים, שפעמים בנות. אבל אישה ששה, אבל אישה ששה, אבל אישה ששה, ברעשנים. אבל אישה ששה, אבל אישה ששה, אבל אישה ששה, ברעשנים. פורים שמח ובדרך, הלא פעם בשנה עבור להתארח. פורים שמח ובדרך, הלא פעם בשנה עבור להתארח. שנכנס